welcome to Broadsword Wargaming. In this video, I'm going to be talking about Footsore Miniatures, Gangs of Rome. Welcome back, Wargamers. Yes, that's right, you're here with me, your host, Oliver Fabian, and I am going to talk about Gangs of Rome. This is a game by Footsore Miniatures, released in 2018 under the name Warbanner before they changed the name. So I thought I'd do a review on it, because it's a game I think might be quite cool to put on the channel. It's a skirmish-based game set in ancient Rome. You take control of a mob of fighters, or a band of fighters, and you play against someone else's. Now, everything in this box is what you need to play. You don't need anything else at all. You're even given scenery by Precision Precision, which is like MDF assembled stuff. I'll do a review on that kind of stuff a bit later. But for this one, you have the core rules. Now, not overly heavy. You have a quick reference sheet on the back, which tells you everything you need to do. There's obviously round sequences and tactics phase and activations. Now, to play the game, it has some different features that you wouldn't normally have. So you have all sorts of random elements in this. It's a pebble-based game, so actually, as in similar to some other game systems where you draw one out of the bag and that is the player who can activate a unit or a model. This game comes with 3 and 3, so you have 3 white and 3 black pebbles. You take them out of the bag, bang, it's your go to go. Another random draw, it could be you again or it can be the opponent. So it has a really random element like that. It also has mobs. Now these are non-player characters, NPCs, and you don't really get these in a lot of other games. They do their own activations depending on where you are in proximity to them. You can attack them, you can charge them, whatever. You can make them run in different directions, and they kind of do a stampede thing over other players, or if there's fighting nearby, they might join in and attack someone else, because everyone here is a citizen of Rome. Even the fighters, you know, they're not really like trained warriors or soldiers. They're not legionaries. They're just people from Rome. Your mob can be made up of as many different people as you want, depending on the size of game you're playing. Each mob hails from one of 4 different areas, and these all have different synergies and different abilities. So there's a little bit of flexibility in how you want to assemble your team. They all come with player cards, which these have sort of movement, wounds, attacks, that kind of stuff. There's some really cool things. So the bases are MDF bases, but they click and slide around and they show how many wounds your model has taken. So they have like little numbers next to them. And that way it's kind of like a wound counter without having to put something else on the table, which I really quite like, because I don't like messy stuff on my table. I don't like random dice everywhere, because you just lose track of things. The mobs themselves are all kinds of different models. They're just general citizens of Rome, I think. So you have nuns, you have mothers with children, you have guys with a sack of potatoes, and or soldiers. And these can be mixed and matched as you like. They come on bases of 5, so they're all supplied again by Precision Precision, and they've got the slot-in bases, so actually you can just do what you want with them. They don't, I think, come with the starter set, but I got some additionally. The same with the terrain, actually. This is the Precision terrain, that's hard to say, and you get some basic bits. I think this box set comes with an unbuilt temple. I don't know if you can buy that individually. I also got the Streets of Rome pack, and this has lots of little fountains and carts and a couple of buildings. The terrain there is based and it's set to go on a 3x3 board. Obviously you can play it as big as you like or as small as you like, but I think 3x3 is the recommended size. It does come with loads of different missions as well, so different scenarios that can be capture coins, pick up things and drop them off at other places. I actually played this game at, I think, the convention in Newark. Is that Robin? I think it was. That was really cool. So I got a couple of play tests in. The game only lasts 20 minutes. You can play it on your coffee table, which is something I love about games, because nowadays, you know, people don't want to paint masses of models and play like 5-hour-long games all the time. It has some cool, unique features. It has these wooden movement templates. Now they're little gladius, or gladii, I think. But they look really cool. They're individual, they're just measuring sticks, but you don't need a tape measure as such with those. So you can in fact gingerly touch tips with your opponent, and they're a bit of fun. You have the pebbles, black and white ones. We have some 6-sided dice. They're, rather than dots, they're Roman numerals 1 through to 6, which is cool. You then get weapons cards. These are bits of equipment you can have, so like slings or spears, stuff like that, to make a little bit more flexibility in your team and the things they can do. These you need denarii or denarii. That's the money in Roman times, and you sort of put these upside down next to your character and flip them over. So you don't know if you're running into a sling or a spear or an extra knife, that kind of stuff. So it's got some really cool elements to it. I think it's got sweet models, and they're all metal. Obviously, I haven't clipped or trimmed them. There's not too much flash on them, but I thought I might again do a painting video or something about them. But it's a game I'd really love to have on the channel. It looks fast, it looks fun. With this starter set, you also get a individual model. This is Incola, which is a Denzian card, like I guess a citizen Rome. He moves like the NPCs, but interacts with you as well. So it's really cool. Overall, I have played the game. It took me about 20 minutes to play in a playthrough with pretty much all the rules. There's not really a lot to it. It's not a dense game. It's something you can pick up quite quickly, something you can play with your friends. You can have a couple of games in one night, have a couple of different warbands and have some fun with it. So I think it's a great game and I cannot wait to get it on the channel. If you've liked this video, then please like, share, subscribe, hit the alarm bell for more videos. I'll put a link to this game below, and I also have my usual links to Luke's APS basing stuff and my Amazon affiliates. That's all from me. Thanks very much, and I'll catch you next Friday for another video.